About the demographics here at UF, we're going to put this into like a hypothetical situation. So 50% of students here are white. This is from 2019. 19% are Hispanic, 8% are Asian, and 5% are African American. If we were to apply that quota to the offensive lineup for the Florida Gators football team, this is what the lineup would look like.
Okay, and that's probably not what it looks like at all.
This is what it looks like right now.
Yeah. I feel like they're probably just more skilled players. 'Cause I mean, I guess you could say like more skilled people should get into schools too. I guess what I said could kind of be applied both.
We'd probably be losing because we recruit like based on skill, and if we recruited based on diversity, then we'd probably be worse.
I see nothing wrong with the current roster right now. I think it's perfectly fine. If they're the best players fit for the job, then they deserve the spot.
I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing that these people are just better at the sports that they play.
I mean, it'd definitely be different. When's the last time you saw a prominent Asian in football?
Does this kind of change your mind about diversity quotas in other sectors like the workplace, like college admissions? If we're talking about being the best in sports, shouldn't we also be talking about being the best in the workplace, being the best company, being the best college, the best university, regardless of anyone's race?
Yeah, I think it was a good way to open your eyes and think, like, if you're recruiting athletes based on their skill level, maybe you should admit students based on their scores and their like academic merit more so than diversity.
Yeah, a little bit, because I didn't think about it being applied. I mean, I guess they are applied to schools, but not sports, and you could make a good argument for why my reason for school would be the same for sports, basically. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce Kenny here today, and we'll be talking about why diversity is discrimination, right? And we probably, you know, I'm probably speaking to the choir if you're a conservative, right-leaning centrist, or even a centrist in some cases. And that intro video encapsulates everything that is exactly how I see diversity quotas, right? Is that you're not judging someone based on their abilities, based on their ability to perform, based on their metrics in a way. You're judging them merely of how close could they represent your ideology, right? And I think when you're hiring somebody based on diversity quotas, you're discriminating against a pool of candidates that happen to produce the best workers, players, given whatever the field. And that just because there's an overrepresented group or underrepresented group doesn't necessarily mean that racial discrimination played a part into the outcomes or the results of those figures, right? And I just love that example so much. It highlights exactly what diversity is. It's discrimination, right? It's racism under new management. And I want to just highlight some certain things that, you know, Vivek, Lyndon B. Johnson's executive order, because, you know, a lot of these college admissions are still finding ways to make race-based quota a thing. And until we repeal this, and I think every Republican candidate, whoever they are, I believe that this is a winning agenda. And I think if we want to unite our country under one nation, under God, race-based quotas has to be eliminated. Sex-based quotas have to be eliminated. All right. We can't allow this idea to continue to fester, because end of the day, stereotypes exist for a reason. Stereotypes is merely pattern recognition. And I always mention how pattern recognition doesn't mean someone's being racist. It means we observe a pattern of behavior. And I'm going to give, in this next clip I'm about to show you, is going to encapsulate this pattern recognition.
Joined by her husband, daughter, and attorney, Essie Grundy talked about the lawsuit she filed against Walmart for race discrimination.
When I walked down the aisle and saw that Walmart had placed all of the African American hair and skin products under lock and key, I had to pause.
Grundy shot this video describing what she found at a Walmart in Paris.
When it comes to African American products, they put it all in one category and they locked it up. I felt that I was being treated as a person who might be a thief, even though I have no criminal history. Comb up here is 83 cents.
Grundy says what's also concerning is having to be escorted to the register.
I never want my children or anyone else's children to experience what I did at Walmart that day.
We think that it perpetuates a racial stereotype that African American customers should be suspected of being thieves and criminals.
We reached out to Walmart. It said it does not tolerate discrimination, adding in part, "We're sensitive to this situation and also understand, like other retailers, that some products such as electronics, automotive, cosmetics, and other personal care products are subject to additional security. Those determinations are made on a store-by-store basis using data supporting the need for the heightened measures. While we've yet to review a complaint, we take this situation seriously and look forward to addressing it with the court."
I had to play that one. That one was a funny one when I found it. She was mad that she was like, "Oh, it's concerning to me that we're being stereotyped. That people are concerned that I'm a suspected criminal." Well, let's flip it, right? Let's use anti-racism theory, right? Every white person is inherently racist. So there's a stereotype that white people you should suspect them of possibly being racist, just like Walmart suspected you as possibly being a thief. One, you reference on race. Hey, just because you're white, you're inherently racist. And one stereotype is merely based on an observed pattern of behavior. Who commits a lot of theft in these stores? Likely it's going to be black people. Likely it's going to be minority people, right? Now, that's not true all the time, but it's merely a pattern that people recognize. And if people are taking the approach that, hey, I'm trying to protect my products, I'm trying to protect the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this business and not try to go bankrupt, I have to take perfective measures. And those perfective measures, just because it hurts your feelings, black people, does not make it racist. Right? And it's the same here. All you had to do, look at Chicago. Walmart had to pull out of Chicago, and all these people are throwing their hands up. Why? These predominantly black neighborhoods, they don't hold their own people accountable, right? They let their home people walk out of the front store with a bunch of goods in stores. If you don't hold them accountable, black people, if you don't hold your own people accountable for the negative behaviors that they perpetuate in your community, don't get mad when people decide that, hey, I got to save myself. I got to do it myself. I got to take action into my own hands. Don't be mad about how they respond to your, I guess, neglect of addressing bad behaviors in your communities. And this is the result of that. It's not racism. But this is what anti-racist theory wants us to keep focusing on. I want to watch a little video with you guys that about a Smithsonian was forced to answer for promoting racial pseudoscience that frames the nuclear family over objective thinking and hard work as white values. This is the CRT garbage that I talk about. This is why I don't like these ideas near my children. Is that they're trying to stigmatize certain things that, oh, this is what white people do. Oh, you want to start a business? Oh, that's white people stuff. That's no black man start no business like that. What we talking about? Real black men, they become rappers. Real black men, they become athletes. You see how racial that is? How is this not spewing racism? This is racism, guys. Framing things like the nuclear family as something that white people do. Oh, that's not an authentic black family. An authentic black family is headed by a black woman with kids, no father. That's the real black family. That's racism. You pigeonholing people into a situation, into a structure that on its face, the results speak for itself. Kids will be more likely for crime. Kids will be more likely to drop out of college. Kids will have a higher propensity to be in poverty. Look at all these negative outcomes for building this family structure. And you're trying to tell people, hey, based on the color of your skin, this is the only option for you. When in reality, that's not your only option. You can build a nuclear family, but they try to stigmatize it as, oh, that's not something black people do. That's not a job black people are supposed to be doing. You see the game they're playing? This is discrimination. I like Delano, how Squares is his name. A reminder, 90% of society's dumbest and most destructive ideas start at college universities. You know why? Because in these universities, they're protected from something called empirical evidence, from reality. If you test your theory in reality and reality shows you that it's wrong, then you must accept that your theory is wrong. In college, a lot of these ideas and theories are protected from scrutiny. They're protected from real world evidence. They're protected from reality. The universities where you learn that men can have babies and black people can't be racist. Two claims that both involve the perversion of language, not the advancement in any field. Because the point of theories is to find a reasonable conclusion for a predictable pattern for why to explain something that happens in reality. That's what theories are originally supposed to be used. Now in academia, theories are used to perpetuate a narrative and to get people to come to a certain perception about conclusions, about things that happen in reality, and explain it without any evidence. This is what theorizing has become now in our universities. This lady has a PhD. She's saying pregnant people is inclusive of all pregnant folk. I don't know what that is, including cis women, right? They create all these words, and I'm starting to get tired of using the language games of the left. I really am tired of it. But, I digress. What made me decide to talk about diversity quotas for this video? Well, as you guys know, apparently there was a guy named Rashard Mendenhall or whatever, and he says that there should be an all black versus all white bowl game, right? And this guy, funny video, and I'm going to show you the clip right now. He talked about how a lot of people have a lot of false conclusions that they're going to get caught slipping. Here, let's take a look, just to liven up the video a little bit. Let's take a look.
Listen, Rashard Mendenhall tweeted that white people aren't good at football, and to prove it, we should have a white versus black bowl. Now, as somebody who loves football, who loves to keep it real, and also is not racist, I think some of y'all got the white team up. Like, hey, listen, let's call it what it is. Some of y'all got the white team up. You mean to tell me if I could pick an all-white team of active players, at quarterback, I'm picking Josh Allen, a.k.a. my white Cam Newton with better throwing mechanics. I'm picking Christian McCaffrey, who I consider the best running back in football. Got the Triple Crown winner in Cooper Kupp. On the opposite side, I got a legend in his own right in Adam Thielen. And then at tight end, I got Travis Kelce, arguably the greatest tight end of all time. Ooh! Listen, bro, don't even get me started on the offensive line. Now, when it comes to the all-white team, that secondary going to be some bullshit. But besides that, pass rush, Max Crosby, the Bosa brothers, TJ Watt is really sick on that side, bro. Don't get it up. So I just want to say, to even things out, we got to put the biracial kids in the pool and let the teams draft. Because you can't just have Patrick Mahomes or Mike Evans. You got to draft them. So who do y'all think will win with these rules?
So, hey, look, this is some fun. Look, and the funny part about that conversation about the all white, all black bowl game is that, God forbid, the all-white team beats the all-black team. Everyone's going to be like, bruh. I don't want to hear no crying if the white team destroys the black team. I don't want to hear no crying. Because I know where y'all going to go with this. They're like, damn, boy, that boy set us back 50 years. I already hear the jokes, right? So, because I'm not a sensitive person, bro. I don't understand people. Like, I honestly believe that our culture is overrun by a lot of sensitive people. Now, there's a good way of being racial and there's a bad way of being racial. A bad way of being racial is to assume that a store is personally attacking you for discrimination when the store doesn't even know your first name. I'm talking about the black lady in the clip that I referenced earlier in the video. Like, yo, why you made it all about you? It speaks about the tendency that, hey, a lot of people who happen to use African-American products steal those products. If anything, it's supposed to show you, damn, no, they really value this product so much. And it honestly, it always, like when I see the people who are so race sensitive, it's all about perception and perspective. Some people think the most important thing about themselves is their race. And people like me, I think race is part of my identity, but it's not the identity. And I think that's that separates a lot of people who can look at race objectively and those who cannot. But you guys let me know what you guys thinking in the comment section. Do you agree racial diversity quotas is discrimination? I know a lot of you guys will agree with me. Come on now. Come on. And, just have a little fun with the biracial, the all white, bowl game thing. It's pretty funny, right? I know this dude tried to make it racial. I forgot his name, Rashard, whatever, but don't lose. You get me? He talking a lot of smack. Hey, I don't want to hear no, man, y'all white people ain't even that good. Okay, the people who invented the sport not good at the sport. Okay. I digress, bro. You guys have fun in the comment section. I would really like to hear your thoughts in the comment section on what you guys think about diversity quotas. You think it brings us closer to a better future, or is going to regress us back to mediocrity? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.